If you're following firearms trends, you know that double stack 1911s, 2011s are all the rage these days. It's all about larger mag capacities. The tried and true 1911 45 is kind of becoming a relic nowadays. Everybody's going for high capacity, low recoil management. And the Airsoft community has been wanting to replicate that. Army Armament has been making these for quite some time, but they haven't been calling them Staccato, but we all know what they are. They give them some weird names like the R612 or the something like that, which is what this one was called, the C2. They call it the R612 or the R612M, which means it had the mounting plate for an optic. Okay, so shape and wise, we knew this is Staccato, they just couldn't call it that. SHOT Show, EVIC announced they had a collaboration with Staccato and being able to create airsoft replicas of their very popular pistol line.
Partnership coming out with several gas blowback Staccato models like this XC. I'm really excited for these to come out. This one is also a sample, but that'll be coming out this year as well.
So when it was announced, I was really excited because now you didn't have to hunt for pieces or this and that. And I figured, you know, if this is legitly made, then hopefully it'll be good and everything like that. However, when I saw it, I was very disappointed because I noticed that when I went to the actual store, I tried it out and noticed the slide and frame fitting was very poor. It was when you try to rack the slide, and it just did not sound good at all. So it seems like I wasn't the only one who noticed this though, because soon after there became other Staccato pistols, and I was thinking, well, I don't want that because it was more of the same. It wasn't that great. But I noticed the branding was different. The previous Staccato pistols were called EMG Helios or Helios, whatever that name was. But these ones were by 6mmProShop, which is what they're calling on EVIC's website. And you'll see it on the box right here. I figured, well, okay, it's just different name, but same company. But what you notice is once you search for this, you realize that this is made by a company that I'm already familiar with, and I already bought their pistols, just that they could not do it legally. And of course it was Chinese brand, so China does whatever China wants, right? So here we have the card out there, and of course it is Army Armament, right? They are making this now legally because EVIC has the license to create the airsoft replica. Army Armament has the capability. And so now what we have is the XC, that same pistol that I tried about a year ago, but with a different manufacturer. This is not a review. I just got this pistol today, so I don't want to make it seem like I know everything about it. So whenever I get a new pistol or a gun, I'm just looking at the aesthetics, seeing if anything that I see that just looks off, right? Something that just doesn't look right, because mechanically you can't know that until you actually start shooting it. And I realized the way it's put together, I didn't notice anything that was didn't fit correctly with the pistol. Obviously, the first thing you check is the how the slide connects with the frame, and you kind of rack it back in a little bit. And I noticed it was smooth, on par with my other C2s, and so which is much different from the Helios version that I had. That one was gritty as heck. I tried to pull it back and I just felt this grinding metal on metal. This feels nice and smooth. Granted that it was just lubricated excessively. They just do that because they want the pistol to get to you, not be dried out. But even with that, I've cleaned it up and everything like that, and it feels good. I can say that for sure. There's very little play between the slide and the frame here, and so usually on some pistols where they just have so much excessive slop in between the two, you can just shake it around. This one feels nice and tight, which is on par again with the my C2s that I have. Off the bat, I noticed that the finish of these is a little bit different This is the one thing that I'm not so sure how I feel about it, but time will tell in terms of how durable it is. On my C2s, the finish is, I don't want to call it glossy, but it's more of a satin. It's smooth to the touch and how you feel it. And almost a slick feeling when you rub your finger on it. With the XC, though, however, it almost has a matte finish to it a little bit. So I don't know how that's going to play out when you're putting it in like your holster and you're drawing out over and over again, how that's going to last in terms of durability. Outside of the fit and finish, of course, I'm always looking to see how well they replicated the pistol itself from the real firearm. I have to say they did a pretty good job. You have all the markings that you would have, you know, the Staccato XC labeling right there. You have it on the bottom right here. It says Georgetown Staccato on the bottom of the rail. You have this, I guess, serial number. Who knows? I don't know if it's real or not. You have the flag, which is cool. Some versions, the early versions of the Army armament didn't have it. Well, this is the one that didn't have it. And then you can see, yeah, that one has it right there, right? You can see it, you know, flag on next to, right above the trigger. So, but I did notice, however, on the real XC, the barrel is a black color. It's a DLC coating. And I wish they did this rather than having the silver color of the barrel, but yeah. Other than that, they did a pretty good job. Even the magazine, which is interesting, that I found that they copied the plate of the Staccato with this part where you can grab. And right off the bat, when I looked at this, I noticed like, hey, where's the fill valve, right? I was thinking, well, is it here, or is it, you know, on the back, like you'll see on some guns like the VFC M17 SIG. And I realized, like, well, okay, then I think it's under here. In order to get to the fill valve, you have to move this out, and then you charge it up with gas right there. So that's how it goes. And it's an interesting take on it, as opposed to the other Army armaments. They just have, like, for example, this is the Terran Tactical base plate, and you have a hole that goes through the bottom here. You just fill directly gas. You don't have to move anything, as opposed to on this one you do, and once you're done filling up with gas, you just close it like that. I don't know how I feel about that, because it's a step that you have to do as opposed to just simply grabbing the magazine, turning it upside down, and charging up with gas. But I do think it's cool that they did it for realism, I guess, you know, because one of the things, I guess, if you were using it as a prop or anything like that, the giveaway is like when you're doing, you look at the bottom, you see this hole for the fill valve would be, whereas on this one, it's covered by the base plate. So that's kind of cool, I guess, right? Internally, this is an improvement in a lot of ways to the original Army armament pistols, and particularly the hammer, the disconnector, the sear, the valve knocker. Those are steel components, and I verified that by, I put a magnet on it, and sure enough, it does stick. It's advertised that on the EVIC website, but of course you want to check, right? Trust but verify, as they say. And sure enough, those components are all what they're advertised to be as steel. So that's very nice. That's, and for durability reasons, steel is great. The other thing is that the inner barrel, or the bucking, is an improved one. Now, I won't be able to test that right now because I just got it, but the accuracy is pretty good. It uses a purple bucking inside, which is different from the usual black bucking you usually see, the stock ones. So that's cool. The other improvement that they are saying is that these components are CNC cut as opposed to cast. I can't verify that. Obviously, I haven't taken down, so only time will tell how well this performs. But I will say that the trigger is very nice in my opinion. That's one of the things I really look for in a pistol, is like how much does it take to press, how much take up is to the pistol, and then of course the reset, right? So obviously this gun's empty, there's no magazine, nothing in the chamber. So what I like about this is that it's very little take up for that. If not, it doesn't feel like there's any take up at all. Actually, it's kind of interesting. You gotta push like that, and then there's a right there, and then I'll release just a little bit, and then boom, I'm already back there. I mean, that's why you like 2011 triggers. There's just nothing like it. I just love it so much. Compared to the C2, if you see right here, there's a little bit of take up. You see that right there? About 1 millimeter take up, and then right there. Okay. You can hear that. Okay. So this probably has less take up on that. It's very, but again, this is a brand new pistol, so I have to break it in and tell. I'm not sure. But right now, just initially, this feels a little bit nicer than the previous C2s that I have. Yeah. That's really nice. The other thing is they offer a plate here to mount your optic. Now this is a thing that I don't like about it, because I wish, now it does have an RMR footprint where you can put, like, you know, SROs, you know, Hollow Suns. Hollow Suns comes with the adapter. However, the problem with this plate is there's no posts at the edges, so you basically only have 2 screws that you can put your optic in. Over time, though, with the recoil, it's going to have torque. You need to have at least a third part to touch that optics to prevent it from twisting. Usually on the real steel plates, you'll have a little post here and a little post here, in addition to the 2 screws that come in here, and that'll lock that optic down. I wish they would do that. I had that problem with these. I came up with my own solution, but I don't know why they just keep doing this type of thing. Another improvement they did with the pistol was in the magazine itself. I'm not talking about the plate that I already mentioned, but they have a new generation of valve, steel valve that's inside here. And I'm not sure if it's high flow valve or not, but it feels more snappy than the original Army Armament mags that I have right now, which I have plenty of these. It feels just a little bit more crisp when you fire. So here we have this is the new version, right? With they're calling it the 6mmProShop version. So over here it's empty, but you know, just locks back. We'll just fire it here just to get it. So you can hear that. And here's the older version that I have. It's just a little bit less. It's not huge, but it is noticeable to me, where it's a little bit more power, a little bit more crisp in terms of the sound and also the recoil. Let me do it one more time. Okay. And then back to the 6mmProShop version. So, I don't know. Is it worth, you know, if you have a bunch of the old magazines, yeah, I don't think it's worth, you know, buying a whole bunch and replacing it. The difference is negligible. However, if you don't have these, yeah, and if these are available, I'd probably go for these ones. the new versions. That's of course if you don't mind this whole, you know, removing the cap thing here to fill up the gas valve. Oh, well, obviously I just showed it, but yes, they are interchangeable. So if you have old mags and you want to use it in the 6mmProShop version, yeah, it'll work just fine. Here we go. That, no problem. Okay, and if you have the new magazine, style magazine, it will work in your Army armament, the older ones, as well. Just feels a little bit more crisp. Let's do it again. Yeah. The other things I feel like they've possibly upgraded, and I can't confirm that, but I feel like the recoil spring and the hammer spring are of the upgraded variety. It doesn't feel sluggish when you press the slide release. Thanks for coming by and watching this video. Hopefully we'll have a review in the not so distant future and let you have more information regarding Staccato replica pistols for your airsoft collection. This is Cephas. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless you.